at work, away on business, even serving your country overseas, Evos helps you never miss a moment. Whether your baby is with a sitter, your partner, a grandparent, or a friend, you'll be right there too. And with unique features like smart alerts that know the difference between a barking dog and your baby crying, extensive sleep tracking data, and state-of-the-art security features for your peace of mind, Evos is the smart baby monitor for connected parents. And enter the code SPORTS at checkout for $20 off. That's myevos.com. MYEVOZ.com.
Welcome, folks, to Fifth Street Sports. We're over here on Sports Byline, SB Nation Radio Network, also on the American Forces Network. You can also find us on Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk. Boy, it's a little cold, windy afternoon here in Vegas on a Thursday. But yesterday, let me see, we recapped our bowl games. I think we split out, Rick, like Minnesota and kind of the under, and then we took a little bit of a dump on the California. So we split out today. All month long, Rick, I've been talking Duke. I hope they can hold up. And then I guess we're going to talk a little bit about our last two games, the Miami of Florida and the Vanderbilt Baylor. We got a couple of leans on that. But how's everything out there for you, Rick?
Yeah, everything's going well. Just recapping yesterday, I think everything that we had talked about yesterday about the Minnesota-Georgia Tech game came in exactly as we said it. We said just, watch the first possession or two. If you have the chance to bet live betting, you'll see right away if Minnesota could stop the option or not. We saw from the first drive of the game, Georgia Tech went nowhere. I think they may have lost a yard. They punted. Like, okay, now we know. And then second drive, same thing. There was pretty much any point in the game you bet Minnesota, you would have won your bet, whether you bet them before the game, after the first try, first quarter, halftime, even second half during interactive, you still would have won. So I know Rocker had given out the over in that game, but I mentioned that as we were on the air, there's actually some sharp accounts pounding the under. So hopefully people either hit the under or stayed away from that total. So that game ended up working out pretty well for us. The TCU game, about that. I mean, if we were torn to the side, I think Rocker gave out Cal as well. I told you I liked the over because the total was so low. Man, that TCU quarterback was bad, and so was the Cal quarterback for that matter. But I'll still go over 38 whenever I get a chance in the bowl. Although yesterday it didn't work out.
You got it, brother. Well, listen, they play the Star Spangled Banner every day. So when we come back here, folks are going to take a little time out here in a second. We come back, we're going to give you a little bit of info on today's games. We got two of them left. We'll be back. Fifth Street Sports, Frank Perez and Florida Rick. Hopefully to be joined in also by Oklahoma Brian. We'll just see in just a couple minutes here.
Where do you want to go on a vacation or honeymoon? The Caribbean, Europe, Hawaii, Mexico? How about Disney or a cruise? At Superior Cruise and Travel, we've got you covered. We'll assign you your own travel concierge. They'll help you design a custom vacation plan that you can't find online. And the service is completely free. You can't compare the value of this to any other online travel company. We can help you plan a custom vacation anywhere in the world. We even offer payment plans with no credit card required. Now you pay off your vacation on your time schedule. Call now and mention the promo code RADIO and save up to $500. Book your custom trip. Call Superior Cruise and Travel now and talk to one of the highest rated travel agencies in the country with a 5-star A+ online rating.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631. Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low Cost Airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531. It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. Call right now. That number is 800-485-6003.
All right, folks, we're back. Fifth Street Sports. I'm Frank Perez. I'm joined with one of my co-hosts, Florida Rick. We're trying to get Oklahoma Brian. We're having technical issues there. We're trying to get him on the line. But we're on Sports Byline, SB Nation Radio Network. Well, folks, there's something that I really wanted to share with you. We've got a couple more shows left this year, and then we're going to be winding down the year. Obviously, we started, this year, we started our shows doing a lot of trials and tribulations, and we gave you how to bet Wong teasers and values, correlated parlays. We went through the whole thing. And now we want to start off the year. We're going to have a lot of special programs. We're going to have a lot of segment disciplines. We're going to have 3 separate segments so you can download them, 10 minutes, 12 or 14. You don't have to go through the whole show. But one of the things I want to make you clear, not just with us, but with anything and anybody, like when you hear certain ways to do things or bet like this, or when something seems factual or somebody's telling you something that's supposed to be, and you're gonna have to make a decision that involves your money, test it. Go home, try it out, research it, because nobody's perfect, and there's sometimes that they'll tell you things just not the way they are. Things don't always seem to things are not the way they appear to be or the way you've been told. Like, I'll give you an example in baseball. Remember the 1919 Black Sox? Now, everybody thinks that they got the name the Black Sox because they were guilty of fixing or throwing the 1919 World Series. But that's not true. They were the Black Sox way before the 1919 World Series, because the way they got that name was Comiskey was such a cheap bastard. He didn't pay anybody nothing. I mean, he even bottled his own soda. He was the absolute worst and cheapest manager and person on the planet. Well, the year before that, he was so cheap he wanted the White Sox players to pay for their own laundering of their uniforms. Well, I mean, so they were so appalled, the White Sox, all of the White Sox players, that they said, we're not going to pay to get our own uniforms washed. So they didn't wash their uniforms. So as a result of that, they started turning black, that they were so dirty. Finally, he broke down and said, okay, we'll start washing your uniforms. But by that time, they had been called the Black Sox because their uniforms were so dirty. But did you know that even after that, when they got their paychecks at the end of the year, he actually billed them for their laundry, even after he said that he was going to take care of it? So check out the facts and make sure whatever we tell you or anybody tells you, it agrees and it's the truth, because you're putting your money on it. But with that being said, I got Florida Rick on. Rick, we got 2 bowl games today, brother. What are you thinking about?
Well, before we even get to the ones that I'm looking at Dukes running the end zone again here. And that's a play you've been giving out since pretty much day one. Once the bowls were announced, there were 2 plays that you've been all over with us on the air, you've been telling your wife and kids, your dog about, and those two plays are Duke plus 3.5, and Kentucky plus 6.5 around there, plus maybe 6.
Yeah.
So I hope everyone's been listening. I don't think we actually met yesterday. We skipped over it yesterday, and I didn't realize it was the early game today, so we never really got around to talking about it. But man, look at Duke. They just went up 49-27 now here in the fourth quarter, and you have plus 3.5. I hope you have a little money line, maybe plus 160 as well. That was a great pick, Frank, and hopefully everyone that since day one of the bowl season has been.
Yeah, that's Duke. I mean, I did like them. Thank you. Who knows? I just hope that we hold on. What's it? Sam DeGarza, 100% correct about Comiskey. What a cheap bastard. Thank you. That's from Sam DeGraza from Fifth Street Social. Yeah, but the reason I use that, Sam, is because I just wanted to make sure there's so many misperceptions, like the 29 stock market. Everybody thinks it crashed in October 29th. It went down 25%. By January, it already corrected to only -7. It was the next 2 years as things trickled and kept going slowly downward that finally the full-blown depression was on. So things aren't always... Make sure you just check everything out, especially when you're putting your dough on it. Even with us, test us, check us out. Make sure when we tell you about Wong teasers or values or correlated parlays that it is what it is. But yeah, Rick. So yesterday, boy, your analysis on the Minnesota game, to watch the first 2 series and see how it goes, brother. Right on, spot on.
Yeah.
Was it working for the other side? It was gold.
Yeah, Brian's been saying that since the 90s. He's been saying, you watch these options, and back then there was no such thing as live betting, but he's been saying ever since college, you watch an option team, and you'll know right away if the other team's going to stop them or not. Now we have the ability with live betting to just not bet before the game, watch to see if they stop in the first couple of series, and if they do, bet on that other team. But if they don't, just bet on the option team like Army the other day, and it really doesn't matter the point spread, because in these bowl games, the spread's not like a regular season game. A lot of times one team shows up, one doesn't. So yeah, that was something that for next year you guys might want to pay attention to as well, because it does seem to be a trend in the run also. But bowl games, it's incredible. It's been like this for many years.
Yep. Before we get on to our bowl games, I just want to make sure, because I know Billy Donald's been chirping because he's going to be fading me against Kentucky and taking Penn State in teasers and all that, like the way he always does. I sure hope he didn't, because I don't like to see, especially guys that are listening to our shows, and I like them. I hope he didn't do the same thing with Duke, because remember there was only Duke and Kentucky. But if he did the same old anti-Frank theory and thing, he's going to get punished. But I hope he didn't. But anyway, so Rick, let's start off with today. Okay, we got the next game coming up is Miami against Wisconsin, 2.5 and 44. What do you think?
So this is a game that is being played in Yankee Stadium. They've had this bowl game now for the past 3 or 4 years. It's going to be about 30 to 35 degree temperatures. It's going to be pretty cold over there. I don't think it's going to rain. I think it'll be pretty. The total has dropped now from 47.5 to 3.5, and even with this 4 point, it's still lean under here. It's going to be really hard for either team to put points on the board here. Wisconsin, with their backup quarterback, has just been awful. They've had problems scoring against anyone, any kind of conditions with him in there. Miami playing in 30 degree temperatures. Never good. Miami's been back and forth with their quarterbacks from Malik Rozier to Cozy Perry. Perry started the last 3 games. He's kind of been ineffective. So they're going back to Rozier. They've been going back and forth. Neither one's been that effective. It just looks like one of those games that's going to end up being 17-10, 13-7, some of those type of games. So I would definitely be under here. Boy, on the side, I don't have much, because I could see either team winning by field goal. I think if I had to, I'd probably take Miami, but I wouldn't. I would stay away from the side and just kind of concentrate on the total here. Right. Do you have any kind of opinions on your
Yeah. Here's what I got. I mean, Fifth Street is all over your under. We're definitely endorsing that under. We love it. The only thing I got on the side is a couple of our sharp residents. I think one of them is Chris. Rockford didn't come in on this game, I don't believe, but Chris likes Miami of Florida. Not a lot. I mean, he put a medium wager on it, so I would recommend strongly the under, like what you like, and then maybe if you need a little taste, I would do the 2.5 with Miami, Florida, maybe even the money line if you can get $1.30, because like you said, this game could easily be one of these 14-13 or 10-9 jobs, you know.
Yeah, and you know what I've noticed since we've been on the air? I see the Miami's been steamed up. I'm looking at Pinnacle right now. They were -2.5, -06 when we came on the air. They're up to -2.5, -22, and that money line I think was -135 and up to -156. So it looks like some sharp money is coming in late here on Miami. So that's probably going to be the right side in the end, unless there's some real late money coming out of Wisconsin. But it looks like as of Miami's the right side, and we know under's the right side, although it would have been much nicer to have 47.5 and 43.5. But
Yeah, because usually, like one of our opinions is always in the bowl games, the late money is usually the sharp money, where it's the opposite in the NFL. Like the NFL, usually it's a public pounding on Sundays. So yeah, well, hopefully Miami's right, because I mean I got a piece of Chris, so I'm happy with that. But now, before we get to the Vanderbilt Baylor game, Rick, I think we better stall it just for a minute, because we're going to have Alan Michaels on at 1:30, from Pit Road.
Okay.
But we'll have a couple of minutes left. We'll have a couple of minutes left when starting the next segment. But right now we got to take a timeout. We'll talk about Vanderbilt and Baylor as soon as we're back. Fifth Street Sports. Don't go nowhere, folks. Back in 3 minutes.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip, or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1780. 855-325-1780. That's 855-325-1780.
If you or a loved one is suffering from a physical or emotional condition that has left you unable to work, then listen carefully. Take this number down. 800-593-7491. That's 800-593-7491. When you call, you'll speak with a Social Security disability expert and get a free evaluation to see if you may qualify for disability insurance benefits from the U.S. government. That's right, a monthly cash payment paid directly to you from the Social Security Administration. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied disability benefits, call now. The disability attorneys at Pinnacle Disability can help you build your case, file an appeal, and represent you at no upfront cost to you. Don't wait another minute to see if you may qualify for your Social Security disability benefits. Call Pinnacle Disability Group at 800-593-7491 for your free case evaluation. That's 800-593-7491. 800-593-7491. Call now.
Not too long ago, it felt good to withdraw your cash from the bank, didn't it? For a vacation or a new car. But today, withdrawing your own cash has become risky. Pat Boone here for Swiss America. According to The Secret War, a new Swiss America white paper, I learned that all banks are now required to spy on you and me for the government, and then report any financial behavior deemed suspicious or unusual. You must read The Secret War. It's free. Truth is, I believe the government's new war against cash is really a war against us all. But the secret is now out. So please, get and read The Secret War.
Pick up your phone and call right now. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
Folks, we're back. Fifth Street Sports, Sports Byline, SB Nation Radio Network. I'm Frank Perez, and as you're going to be able to see on the video, we've having a little bit of technical issues from the East Coast. Mr. Oklahoma Brian is trying to connect, and Florida Rick will be on calling. So he's going to be on the phone because, as you can tell from our first segment, we were having audio trouble, so he will be on the phone with me. Rick, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me, Frank?
Oh, perfect, buddy. Rick is there. He is. Florida Rick. Rick, so when we left off, we broke down the Wisconsin game with Miami of Florida. Now we're moving on to Vanderbilt and Baylor. What's your take on that game?
Yeah, I haven't looked at this game over too much yet. I see there's been a little bit of a move here on Vanderbilt of late, from 3.5 to 4. Total is at 56.5. My initial instinct, which again I got to study this more a little, but Vanderbilt has won 3 of their last 4 games. Had one tough loss at Missouri. You know, they've won at Arkansas. They've beat Ole Miss at home. They beat Tennessee. They actually crushed Tennessee. I think Vanderbilt's been playing really well. I mean, they weren't a bowl team a month ago. You know, they were 3-5. Just looking forward to going into the offseason. Sure enough, they win 3 of the last 4, and they're in a bowl game. And I kind of like Vanderbilt here. I'm not a huge fan of taking some of these favorites in bowl games, but I think they're clearly the better team. And I don't think Baylor's. I'm not sold on Baylor at all, and I think this line might even close a little bit higher, like 4.5 or 5. Do you have any opinions on the game yourself?
No, I didn't have too many, but after you just broke that down for me, we had a real small, slight lean towards Baylor. Nothing serious. So now I'm going to be totally off of it because, I always follow your lead. I got nothing on the total. So really, this is going to be a Pasadena for me all the way around now.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to even play the game, but if I do at the moment, I'd only play Vanderbilt. Baylor looks like they've struggled away from home. They did win. They did beat Texas Tech and Oklahoma State at home, but aside from that, they lost 4 of their last 6 games. Had absolute throbbing at West Virginia. They lost by 44 over there. They lost at home to TCU. They lost to Iowa State by a couple touchdowns. Yeah, they've had a rough year. They're still in the rebuilding process, with everything that happened with that program. So,
right.
The fact they're even in a bowl is commendable.
Absolutely. You know what we could do, Rick, is I just noticed that tomorrow we got a 10:30 game. It's 10:30 Pacific, Auburn against Purdue. Why don't we – I got a little bit on that one. Why don't we break this game down so we don't run into the same problem, like it'll be almost over by the time we get on the air? Have you done any – have you done any work on this game, on the Auburn-Purdue game?
I lean Purdue. I think Stidham's going to be out. I think he's wants to sit out for not to risk injury for the NFL draft. Purdue has gone from 6 to 3.5 point dog here. They have much more to play for. But I hate to sound like and we talked about this a couple months ago, but they're bringing in the kid that gives them all the all the motivation. The kid with the cancer. Remember the kid that they had for the Ohio State game where they just destroyed Ohio State at home? They're bringing him in. The Colts owner is actually flying him on his private plane to attend the game. He's going to give like a motivational speech. I definitely lean Purdue here. I like Purdue plus the 3.5. I like 40 plus 145. All angles here point to Purdue play. What do you think?
Exactly, man. I was hoping when you were breaking it down because I've already bet Purdue. One of my real good buddies has a huge bet on Purdue, and I was hoping when you were going to go through it. Now I think with that being said, Rick, I'm going to go ahead and double down, especially since you like them that much. You gave Auburn absolutely no air at all. So I'm going to go with Purdue. I got nothing on the total. See, and then the next game is Syracuse and West Virginia. We'll be on the air for that one, but that game really is starting to really get crazy. I mean, Syracuse has gone, from like 6.5 point dog to 2 point favorite.
Yeah, well, the Will Grier factor. He's not playing either. Doesn't want to. I guess he figures he's going to be a first round draft pick, and he doesn't want to risk injury. So, he's sitting, and some of these backup quarterbacks, as we've seen, it's hard to believe they're Division 1A quarterbacks. I mean, we watched that TCU Cal game last night, and I thought I was watching like a junior high football game. You know, it wasn't just how they just made such bad decisions. You know, these quarterbacks for both teams. I think the TCU quarterback, he didn't complete his first pass for over 3 yards until there was 40 seconds left in the game. It was the first time he completed a pass for more than 3 yards in the game.
You know, that's scary, because when they say a backup quarterback, I mean, a backup quarterback should be so seasoned and trained. It's almost like when they say, "Oh, the starter's not going to be in that." Like the backup is like a bellman or a busboy. He's the backup quarterback. But what a difference! I mean, from a guy that can really play to a guy that can't even complete a pass. But so, do you think that still with an 8.5 point line move, that West Virginia has really mailed it in this badly? Like that Syracuse should still be a play?
I know how much starting quarterbacks are worth, especially the quality starting quarterbacks, and I think there's a good reason for this move. And as much as I'm not a big favor of betting big line moves, I couldn't be on West Virginia. I'm not giving out Syracuse as a play. Like you said, we'll be on the air before this game starts tomorrow. So we'll break it down more then. But I think West Virginia's back up, and he's very unimpressive, to say the least. So. We'll look more into it tonight and tomorrow morning, but at this moment, I do not want to be in this West Virginia side. I mean, the total is very high at 66, considering Will Grier's out. But Syracuse has one of those offenses where both these teams tend to score like 40 plus points a game. But now with one team missing a quarterback, and that'll probably put more emphasis on their defense. So I would lean under there as well.
So far, okay. So let's recap it. So now we're endorsing your under on the Miami, Florida, Wisconsin game, under 44. We have a medium size or a small lean towards Vanderbilt -4 against Baylor, and I would bet that now because we see it going to 5. And then tomorrow a pretty strong play, I would say, on Purdue, and obviously we'll be on the air before the Syracuse game. But, boy, if they're really mailing it in, it's going to be that bad. I mean, gosh, I think they might just get some dough from me on Syracuse, even though it's -2. And anybody would say, boy, you feel like such a sucker when you take something 8.5 points off the line. But if they're going to mail it in, I'll take it.
You know what? You didn't know. I mean, you can't really – it's hard to say you got in on the ground floor and got to 6 or 6.5 because you had no idea that Grier was going to be a possible scratch. It's not like he was injured where, well, he's, questionable because he's nursing a sore knee or sore shoulder or something. So, you really just, if you did that, every game you could look, there's going to be, a high draft pick on every team.
Yeah. Hey,
are you supposed to start handicapping it by?
For sure. Rick, how do you like this? I just saw a vision. I just saw he looks like a betting guru. There he is, Oklahoma Brian. How you doing, brother?
Fashionably late.
Well, it wasn't your fault. We had to. Hey, you know what? A lot of the times, when we got to answer to our buddies that we had technical difficulties or we came in choppy, this and that. We're trying. But hey, I see it happen on Fox and CNN and MSNBC, and so you know what? I don't feel so bad. I mean, we're just a little outfit right now, but we're going to get big. We're going to have a big year in front of us, brother. So, Brian, talk to me, buddy. I don't know if you've been hearing the show, but we broke down the 3 bowl games. Have you got anything to add to that?
I heard Rick bringing in the cancer kid into his handicap on Purdue. Is that?
Buddy, we'll use anything. We'll take anything. I mean, I know there's no shame for you on that. You would use if you had to get some picks and you had to go to St. Jude's or anybody, that wouldn't affect you, right?
Hey, whatever it takes to get the job done. Whatever. If my model factors in the cancer kid, he's getting put into the model. Do you? Hey, I know you probably have friends like this in the sick world of that we live in with gamblers. You ever come across like a friend or somebody you know in the business who's about to watch a game, has his bet down, and then he calls you and says, "Hey, Frank, you're not going to believe these uniforms these guys are wearing. If I had known about these uniforms, I would have never made this bet." I can't tell you how many times I hear it.
I've got to cut you off, Brian. We actually have a few messages through our YouTube chat on the live stream. This first one comes in from Billy Donlin here. He says he took Penn State in a teaser with every Big Ten team left: Northwestern, Purdue, Michigan, Michigan State, Iowa, Ohio State. What do you guys think?
Ooh, that's more for Brian. Brian, why don't you give him a teaser lashing there? I know you want to. Since you're a teacher, you want to give him a D- for that,
We've
right?
got 1 minute, by the way, guys. So we got to keep it brief here.
Billy, I think you broke every law right there in that one tweet. But good luck with that. Big Ten and teasers. Those two things do not go well. I never use a teaser in college football. Really.
And bowl games too.
And bowl games, and then you throw in the Big Ten.
That's like the trifecta there.
So, Brian, if you were giving Billy he's been listening to us all year, so now give him your grade for his teaser report card after everything we've taught him.
That's Billy, but you're good for the most part. We agree for the most part, but that's an F-. You got to retake the class.
So, there it is. Billy, you flunked the teaser class. I mean, you seem to be doing pretty good on the correlated parlays and some of your selections, but on the teasers, you were going to have to hold you back a grade, buddy. Listen, we'll be back. Hey, Brian, when we come back, Alan Michaels, Pit Road. Rick, we'll see you back in 3 minutes, folks. Fifth Street Sports, you got to take a timeout.
Attention business owners, now is the perfect time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. We can give you packages with up to 90 great channels and save your business a ton of cash. And if you call right now, you can learn how to get free equipment and free installation. Now you have choices. It's time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. And call today and get 90 channels plus free equipment and free installation. Smart business owners like you all across the country are consolidating and saving money on their cable TV, internet, and phone service for the business. So now's the perfect time. This may be a limited time offer to the first 100 people that call right now. So please save money and call now.
800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. That's 800-470-7113.
Hey, it's Ron Barr. The new year is almost here, so what's your New Year's resolution? Well, if you're planning to be healthier, it all starts with a good night's rest. Right now, MyPillow's Christmas special has been extended. When you go to MyPillow.com, you'll find the lowest price MyPillow has ever offered for their 4-pack. It includes free shipping. You heard me right, free shipping. And you also get their 60-day money-back guarantee that's been extended through March 1st. First, best price ever, free shipping, extended money-back guarantee, and a good night's sleep. What else do you need? So go to MyPillow.com, click on the Christmas special, and use promo code BARR. That's B-A-R-R. You'll get 2 premium MyPillows and 2 Go Anywhere pillows. Again, go to MyPillow.com, click on the Christmas special, and enter the promo code BARR. I have a MyPillow, and I love it. No neck or backache, just a nice, fitful sleep. So check it out, MyPillow.com, promo code BARR.
Are you wasting hundreds of dollars each year on contact lenses? Would you like to be able to see clearly again without reading glasses? Make the smart choice with IQ Laser Vision. Their team has performed over 150,000 LASIK and SMILE procedures, and with 11 locations on the West Coast and special out-of-town packages, there is a solution just right for you. See why they have a 5-star rating on Yelp. Check out IQLaserVision.com. That's IQLaserVision.com.
IQ Laser Vision.
Indeed knows finding the right hire takes time away from your business. Hiring a qualified
guest is ready, but we don't have Rick anymore.
site, so there's no better place to find someone with the skills you're looking for.
I needed someone with a master's in computer science and database experience.
Plus, Indeed screener questions help you find your shortlist fast.
Now I'm back to having just one job.
See why more than 3 million companies worldwide use Indeed to hire. Post your job at Indeed.com/hire. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Source.com score total visits.
All right, folks, it's Fifth Street Sports. I'm Frank Perez, joined by my co-host Oklahoma Brian. Florida Rick has left us for the day, but don't worry. On the last segment, where he's given us his NBA plays, which I will release. But we have a special thing for you today. We have from Pit Road, Mr. Alan Michaels. He's going to be a regular and a member of the Fifth Street Sports residency here. Alan, Frank here from Fifth Street. You got me and Brian.
What's going on, guys? Oklahoma Brian, man, good afternoon to you. And, boy, racing's coming your way, buddy. Just a little under 2 weeks away to the Chili Bowl, my friend. So get ready for it as it comes to Oklahoma, my man.
I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I have my dad coming out to watch it this year, so it should be a lot of fun.
You'll have a great time. Frank, I hope you had a good Merry Christmas, and Merry Christmas to everybody at Fifth Street Sports and Sports Byline.
Oh, thank you, brother. So, my friend, it's so refreshing to hear your voice. Boy, I wish I could come out to the Chili Bowl out there with Brian. Maybe you and I should try to get a Spirit Airlines a cheap fare and fly out to the Chili Bowl, Alan.
I've got that on our bucket list for 2020. So, Brian, get ready. We're coming to town, and we'll miss it this year, but it looks like to be a real good one. Hey, guys, I want to start you off. This just came in just minutes ago. It was released. I'm just waiting on the tab to pull over here, but I just got the latest odds that came in for the 2019 racing season. The version I got came out of the Westgate here in Las Vegas, and just to set everybody up right on the odds, Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch are going to be your early leaders. They're going in 9-2. For 2019 season. Then you're going to get Martin Truex Jr. at 6-1. Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson are going 7-1. Brad Kay, the defending champion, Joey Logano, since we talked to you last time around, Joey Logano wrapped up the 2018. Both him, Brad Kay, the teammates, and Ryan Blaney, also another teammate in there, are all going 10-1, and then the list falls down to 15 and 25-1. Las Vegas native Kurt Busch, who's making a move to another team at 25-1. So the odds are out, buddy, and there's some good long shots in there. I can't believe it. I'm seeing Jimmy Johnson at 30-1 to win it.
Wow. Now, That's sweet. Now, Alan, this is sweet, baby. This is right out of the oven. Fresh NASCAR odds. What do you see right off the bat that your gut feeling says there's a little bit of value in?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. There's two drivers that are going to be on a mission this year. One is Chase Elliott from Hendrick Motorsports and that number 9 Napa / Hooters car, 7-1. Not really good odds, I think, out of the hole, but we'll see. But Kyle Larson is going to be the man on a mission this year. He's wanting that championship this year. He came close, so close last year, won some great races, stayed in there, proved that he could race with the guys, the seniors in the circuit. And I'll tell you who else to put some long shot money on. That number 10 car for Stewart Haas Racing that made the playoffs this year, Eric Almirola at 25-1, Kurt Busch at 25-1 too. And speaking of Kurt Busch, those guys are all getting ready to make big moves. They're on the moves. And if you want to talk about that, let's start off with Kurt Busch, who is now moving over from Stewart Haas from that 41 Ford, is moving into Chip Ganassi's number 1 Chevrolet for Ganassi Racing. So he's going to replace Jamie McMurray. Jamie McMurray is moving on to television. So that's what it looks like for Kurt. Another good move, Richard Childress Racing is bringing back the number 8. Daniel Hemrick will move up from the Xfinity Series into the Cup Series. Got full-time sponsorship up on the car. The 27-year-old is really looking to knock on the door. It's going to be his rookie year. I think he's going to have a great run with Richard Childress Racing. Just update a couple of things. Ryan Newman, we talked about this before. He's out at the number 31. He moves over to Roush Fenway for the 2019 season. 2017 champ Martin Truex Jr. leaves the 71 Furniture Row Racing team. They closed the doors after failing to lock in sponsorship, so he moves over to the 19 of Joe Gibbs Racing, which means Daniel Suarez is out of that ride. Then you got a couple of newcomers. Ryan Priest is coming in at the number 47 Doherty Racing team, so he'll start in the Cup Series. And also the other big move that we talked about this, I believe, before, but it is still shaking the rafters on the news, that Jimmy Johnson will not have Chad Knaus as his crew chief for 2019. They're moving Chad Knaus over to that 24 car, which is piloted by William Byron. So it's going to be an old school crew chief with a new kid behind the wheel. And that just really shocked me when that news came out, guys.
Wow, Alan. I mean, with that being said, boy, you can just tell that like there's no love in racing either, and these guys are like they're only loyal to Mr. Benjamin, huh?
Well, I think what you're looking at, I think Jimmy's down at the end of his career. I think he's got two more rides or 2 more years with Hendrick. They did lock in a full-time sponsor since Lowe's left. They've got a financial company coming on board to finance the car for the next 2 years. I really look forward. Don't look forward. I hate to see Jimmy go. But, times and age wears on you in this sport just like it does in any other sport. I think you're going to see that Jimmy will run for the championship for the next 2 years. His 2020 is the last. He's under contract with Hendrick. The sponsorship's a 2-year deal. I think in 2 years you're going to see Jimmy Johnson hang it up. William Byron is a brand new kid coming in. He's young, and the experience with Chad Knaus turning the wrenches and calling the shots on the war wagon. I think that Hendrick is just looking to bring the youth along, guys.
Hey, Alan, let me ask you a question right out of the Oklahoma Brian playbook, because if you listen to the show enough, that Oklahoma Brian, he's always a guy that's going to short the stock. He's going to play the don't pass on the crap line. He's always going to be the anti thing. So now you gave us the long shot. So let me give you one right out of his playbook. Who do you think that's supposed to be good? Do you think that this year that we should fade or short?
Well, I'll tell you, looking at it right now, and, his teammate won the championship, I think high hopes are up for Brad Kay and that number 2 Miller Lite 4, but I think Brad Kay's going to fall short this year. I don't think Brad Kay will even make the playoffs this year.
Nice.
So if you want to go that route, the guy that I'm really going to be surprised, he's at a 15-1. He's part of the Joe Gibbs Racing team. I don't think a lot of people are going to get a lot out of it, but I think he's going to have a good year. I think he'll be back in the playoffs, but he'll get a lot higher. Eric Jones driving that number 20. He's at a 15-1 right now, and I don't think a lot of people are going to put a lot of stock into it, but watch out for that young kid. He is hot behind the wheel.
Do you think Daniel Suarez will end up in a ride before the year starts, or do you think he'll be left out?
I think so. I think he might have to take a step back. There's also been some talk about Suarez moving back to NASCAR's version of the Spanish League, the south of the border league. There's also a chance, but I think he'll end up back in one. Rides are very, very tight. I mean, it's tough now. It's not like it was back in the 80s and the 90s where you had 50, 55 teams, that were running consistently. They were at the track. Now it's down to, 40, 42 teams, and trying to get that and try to get yourself in a seat, especially this late. We'll just have to wait and see. I think he's going to end up with something before it's all said and done. Where, I don't know.
Hey, folks, listen, I just want you to be aware that we got Oklahoma Brian and Frank Perez, but this is Alan Michaels from Pit Road. Just want to tell you who you're listening to. And also, before Alan gets back on the line, I want to make sure that you stay for the last segment. We're going to have Florida Rick's NBA selections. But, Alan, boy, this is going to be a real exciting year, and we got you on the team early, baby, so we'll be able to get some really nice stuff from you right off the bat. I'm taking notes on all the stuff you've just said.
I'll tell
Hey,
you
Alan.
another good thing that NASCAR did, Frank and Brian. That NASCAR didn't move some start times up, and the best benefit out of it was here in Vegas, where we're at. That the second event in September will not have a 12:30 start. They're going to move the start up later in the afternoon, so it's going to start with the sun going down and the lights. It's going to be a lot better for the fans. It just really hurt them out here this year when the temperature in the grandstands was 105, 108 degrees, and you had that early start time. So NASCAR adjusted some of the times, so Las Vegas really benefited out of that. And tip our helmets to Chris Powell, Jeff Motley, all the senior staff over at LVMS, because they jumped up on this, and NASCAR followed along, and so did the network. So it's going to be a good thing.
Alan, I had a question. In terms of venues, are there any new tracks, or have any tracks lost races for this coming season, or does it stay the way it was?
Well, everything is unless something happened early this morning, everything is still the same. I know that Kentucky, they're looking at Nashville, maybe possibly bringing back racing at Nashville. I read an article about Rockingham this weekend, which was an old Rockingham, North Carolina. They called it the Rock, 3/4 of a mile. There's talk about that, but then there's also talk about putting dirt on that facility and making it a dirt track. I think everything's going to stay the same. You're going to get some time changes. Martinsville gets a little bit of a time change in their fall race because they put lights on that track. So it'll be like how it is here in Vegas or in Charlotte when they run the 600. They'll start underneath the sunlight, but they'll finish underneath stadium lighting. So everything else is going to stay the same this year. We'll see what happens. There's new rule packages coming out. They're releasing the information, and they're designing the rule packages to fit the tracks, which, once again, I think, I had this on my radio show. I had a guest of mine on, Gene Woods, and I talked about all the stuff that NASCAR's doing, and he came up with the comment that NASCAR is tried to fix something that was broken when it really wasn't broken. Let's just get back to racing, so we'll see how the new administration does. But as far as your answer goes, everybody's racing on the same facility. It's going to be some rule changes, going to be some different tires, but everybody will attend the same events.
And the television coverage, same networks will be involved with televising NASCAR
again this year. The TV deal is good through the 22 season, I believe. Fox will cover the first half of the season. They will cover the first half of the season until they get up to, I believe, Sonoma. And then when they start the second half, when we get the return run to Daytona, NBC will pick it up. A couple of shake-arounds there. The broadcast team's staying the same, but they have added A.J. Allmendinger, who is getting out of racing. So he's going into sports broadcasting. He's going to be hosting a couple of the NASCAR daily shows and also doing some on-track stuff at the events when NBC takes a hold of the television coverage. And, of course, MRN will cover and PRN, which is Motor Racing Network and Performance Racing Network. You'll just have to search for your local affiliate that picks that up.
Hey, Alan, we got about 40 seconds. Why don't you tell the listeners and the viewers there how to get a hold of you on your Twitter or your Facebook? I'll give you the last 20 seconds, brother.
Sure will. On Pit Road Racing radio show for our Facebook. Twitter is On Pit Road Racing. Our new website is being developed. We're just about done with it. It's going to be onpitroadracing.com. If you go there now, you'll get to our blog spot, which we have up. And then, of course, Nick and everybody there and you all, we've got a big announcement coming up in just a couple of weeks. But we're looking so forward to joining the family there and having a good time with you guys.
You got it. Alan, thank you, brother. Always a pleasure to have you on. Oklahoma Brian, stay tuned, guys. We got to give the picks. We'll be right back in 3 minutes. Thank you, Alan. We'll see you again, brother.
Have a great day. Happy New Year to everybody.
Okay, same to you.
Attention business owners. Are you struggling while waiting for your customers to pay on their net 30, 60, or 90-day invoices? Can't get a business loan? Have no equity? Bad credit? Or maybe no credit at all? Then you need to call AmeriFactors right now. AmeriFactors will give you cash for your invoices and there's nothing to pay back. We simply buy your account receivables, and if those clients don't pay on the invoices, we take the loss. We give you funds based on your account receivables not your credit. And 98% of all applicants are approved. It's that simple. With AmeriFactors, there's no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the funds up front, then we wait for your customers to pay us. Fund your business today. Call AmeriFactors right now.
800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. That's 800-847-1183. Do you use the Blue Pill to charge your sex life? Have you been thinking about trying the Blue Pill? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for the other blue pills. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. That's 800-223-0992.
Attention business owners. Now is the perfect time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. We can give you packages with up to 90 great channels and save your business a ton of cash. And if you call right now, you can learn how to get free equipment and free installation. Now you have choices. It's time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. And call today and get 90 channels plus free equipment and free installation. Smart business owners like you all across the country are consolidating and saving money on their cable TV, internet, and phone service for their business. So now's the perfect time. This may be a limited time offer to the first 100 people that call right now. So please save money and call now.
800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. That's 800-470-7113.
All right, folks, Fifth Street Sports. I'm Frank Perez. We just had Alan Michaels from Pit Road. We have Oklahoma Brian here with me. And also Florida Rick was on. He had to take off, but not without leaving us a couple of NBA gems. Here is right out of the chute from Florida Rick. Okay, first one, L.A. Lakers plus 4.5. Next game, Portland plus 9. And he just came in. He just shot me another one really strong. He likes Utah under 220. Brian, what about you, brother? You got anything in the hopper?
Yeah, I'll stick with that Utah game. I like the side in that game. I like Utah. We'll probably do a breakdown of the NBA tomorrow, I guess, kind of halfway or wherever we are in the NBA. But one thing that's worth pointing out is Utah's played the worst or the most difficult schedule up to this point. They've only had 14 home games. I think they're going to make a move over the next month or so, and they'll be an elite team by the end of the year. I like the spot with Utah. And as for the Laker play, I like that one a lot too. Obviously, Lakers play without LeBron, but actually could be a positive thing in the short run.
What about in the Utah? Okay, so Rick's giving out the under 220. You like the Utah side. What is that line?
Utah line at the moment is Utah -5.
So Utah.
That's where it opened. Yeah.
So here, so let's clear this up because I'm gonna throw in a little bit of ice money. You know, it's getting cold and it's really icy around the country, so I'm gonna throw in the Carolina Hurricanes today, plus about $1.40. So that's my ice play. Then, so we got between Florida Rick, Oklahoma Brian, and myself, we got Lakers plus 4.5, Portland plus 9, Utah -5, Utah under 220, Carolina Hurricanes on the ice. Brian, thanks for coming on, brother. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to talk dirty. Report card. I know you like to hear that kind of language. NBA report card. Okay. All right. Thanks, folks. We appreciate you listening. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to have an NBA report card. We're going to follow over some bowl games and give you some NFL tips. We'll see you tomorrow.